I'm about to play League of Legends solo queue for 24 hours straight. The date is January 7th, 2025, and there is just over 1 day left in the League of Legends season. I'm currently hard stuck in Gold 3 after nosediving my way out of Platinum 4, and I really want to climb my way back up before the season ends. Which is why I'm challenging myself to go all the way from Gold 3 to Plat 4 in just 24 hours. But if I don't make it, I'm gonna run into the freezing cold Canadian Ocean in the middle of winter. So, will I retain my dignity as a League player and get back into Plat before the end of the season? Or will I have to take a cold plunge to cleanse myself of my heart-stuck sin? Well, there's only one way to find out. I went into this challenge with a lot of hope, energy, and confidence. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling like it's definitely doable. Like, I don't see why we can't. I thought that I had all the time in the world to climb up to Platinum. I was already only 1 win away from Gold 2. All I had to do was relax, play a bunch of games, and continually cruise my way up the ladder like every delusional League of Legends player thinks they're going to do. I will start the timer when we get into our first game. I mean, I was already Plat once this season. It can't be that hard, right? Which is exactly why I made the incredibly smart decision of locking in a champion I hadn't played in well over a year for the first game of this challenge. I could go for a little set action. Seems pretty good. They got an immobile team. Why not? I'm sure you can imagine how that went. I think he's dead, though. What? He didn't die? Oh, thank you, Olaf. That game was my fault. Why did I do that? Okay, let's play champions that we know how to play. I think that's a good idea. Did I stick to that rule though? No. No, I did not. You see, I've built up this coping mechanism in my head after years of being hard stuck that the losing isn't my fault, but rather the champion's fault. So even after I have a great game on a tank like Ornn, bonk. Oh, well there you go. But follow it up with a subpar performance in the next game, I'll quickly pivot and try a different champ. GG. That wasn't my best game. Oh. Like Dr. Mundo. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got no damage. Or Tahm Kench. Oh man, I didn't think I was a minion in front of me there. I don't know why I did that. That was very dumb of me. You're kidding me. Oh my god, this is such an annoying lane. Report me, I didn't do anything. The losses kept piling up for me at the beginning of this challenge, and if I kept going with this same strategy, I was more likely to end up in silver by the end of these 24 hours instead of platinum. So I decided to take a quick dinner break and crack open my first caffeine boost of the challenge with around 20 hours left to go. After eating dinner and coming to the glorious realization that I wasn't gonna climb by playing a bunch of random champions, I decided to commit to Dr. Mundo for the next few hours and had some very interesting games. My next 5 matches were all decided at or before 21 minutes. It basically felt like a challenge to see which team could int their way to oblivion the fastest, and most of the time I found myself on the winning, or I guess losing side of that challenge. I did get lucky once and helped my team win a big fight, breaking the enemy's will to play the game at the 16-minute mark. They surrendered? What is it with these quick games? only to keep losing games very quickly again. These games are so fast. Why? Again. Yo, what the fuck is happening? And again. Look, he has 2 full items. I don't even have 1. Yeah, get me out. I don't want to play against that. It didn't help that in these games, I was playing very poorly. Yep, that's not good. Dr. Mundo isn't a very strong early game champion, so it was very common for my lane opponent to punish me for being very out of position. I also took way too many fights I really shouldn't have as a low-level Mundo. Come on. I thought once again it was the champion's fault, and this purple blob just wasn't working.
Hello, your computer has virus.
What I needed was a champion who could get me through the early game, so I could start snowballing myself instead of having to wait to scale up. So what did I do? Switch it up again like the great Heartstuck that I am, and go to Mordekaiser. And somehow, in my first game on the pick, the change really paid off. I solo killed my lane opponent many times, and then clutched up big for my team in fights. Give me more! Give me more! Yeah! More! I am Mordekaiser! I thought that finally, after 9 hours of trying to find the magic bullet for climbing in this challenge, I had done it. Mordekaiser and I were on our way to the promised land of Platinum. So I'm gonna play some more Mordekaiser, because he actually, I feel like he gives me the potential to, like, carry harder from the early game, which I think is really, really good right now. Because if I'm able to get a lead early, then I can have so much more effect on the game, right? So I queued up again and had another great start in lane against a Scion. Oops. By the end of the laning phase, I was 6-2, ready to carry my way to yet another win. So I grouped it with my team for fights, and very quickly found out that we had a Caitlyn problem as well as a team comp problem. So I have an tank Shaco jungle and Ahri support this game. I am 8-3, and these guys are 1-9. I tried my best to alleviate the Caitlyn problem in future fights. But there wasn't much I could do about the team comp problem. Oh my god, it's fucking tank Shaco. He doesn't do anything. I think every loss becomes that much more devastating when you're playing under a time crunch, as you can feel your goal slip further and further out of reach. I knew after that inevitable loss, I had to give Mordekaiser one more chance. I mean, that game had to be a fluke, right? Need to move on to the next one. Yep. At this point, I was at a real crossroads. Not only had I just lost faith in what was supposed to be the champion to get me out of this mess, I'd somehow managed to demote all the way down to Gold 4. I was making great progress in the opposite fucking direction. We have 13 more hours, and we somehow botched the best 12 hours that we have. At this point, I didn't really know what to lock in. My Heartstuck strategy had failed, and I needed a lifeline to get me out of this LP mess that I'd made. Oh, Warwick! Yes, of course. The strongest top laner on the patch. The cheesiest early game brawler. This one's perfect. There is nothing that can stop me now. I will carry this game on my own and 1v9 the entire team. Come on. As you can probably predict, this game did not go well. I died a shit ton of times in lane, and then once my laner got fed, I made sure to share my riches with the rest of the enemy team. It was this defeat in particular that was the lowest point in the challenge for me. I'd been playing League for over 12 hours straight and somehow now found myself near the bottom of Gold 4. Oh my god, I can't believe how much LP we've lost. Even in a moment of weakness, I considered ending the whole challenge right then and there.
Support you though.
No, we're not going to quit. We'll take a quick break, then we'll come back, and we're going to be on it. We're going to have one strategy that we're going to use in every game, no matter if we win or lose, but we're going to perfect that strategy, and then we're going to have a great last 12 hours. I can feel it. After a quick break with another Red Bull, I took some time to research a new plan. All right. I have a plan. We're playing Mundo for the rest of this challenge. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Unless he gets banned, we are locking in Mundo. He's brain dead. It just, I have a strategy. It's okay. We got 12 hours left, and we're going to grind as hard as we can. This strategy came from watching some Dr. Mundo videos by Alois, so full credit goes to him. But unfortunately, the strategy no longer works because they changed around Warmogs and some of Mundo's other really important items at the start of the season. Either way, I thought it was the perfect move at the time, both for climbing and my current state of mind. It was extremely simple and straightforward, meaning it required me to use a very minimal amount of the brain power that I had left. For this strategy to work, you gotta take these ruins and follow 3 basic steps. Step 1, survive the early game on Mundo, as this is his weakest point. Don't let any cheese top lane picks get a kill on you. All you need to do is freeze the wave, farm up, and maybe even get a sneaky kill on the enemy laner if they overextend while the jungler's around. You'll want to follow this same pattern until you have enough gold to buy Warmogs. Then, step 2 begins. Once you have Warmogs, you can start taking trades with your laner. Okay, he did. Or just straight up ignore them and hit tower for platings while they poke you. Because of Warmogs' passive, after you've been out of combat for a few seconds, you start restoring all your health. So meaning that while you're waiting for the next minion wave to push to the enemy tower, you'll be back to full and be able to take the tower with ease. You'll want to repeat this process with all the tier 1 and tier 2 towers on the map, getting you nice and juiced up both in terms of gold and XP. Then, once you've got a few more items, a few more levels, and a majority of the towers, it's time for step 3, which is to show up to fights and be an unkillable late game frontline for your team. Yeah, we just keep going. They can't kill me. Holy shit, I'm unkillable. I could not believe how well this strategy worked during my first attempt and got chills, either from all that damn caffeine in my body or the fact that maybe, just maybe, I could turn this entire challenge around. And over the next 5 games, that maybe started to turn into a reality. Let's fucking go. Okay, or just fucking kill them all. That works too. Let's keep it going. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy. Get him! Get him, boys! There we go. I think we win. I'm hitting Nexus. I think we win. It's over. I saw the fucking angle. Let's go. Oh. Okay. By following this brain-dead game plan, I somehow, someway won 6 games in a row and climbed all the way back up to Gold 3, 83 LP. I was once again right back where I started on this challenge, and only 1 win away from Gold 2. Except now, I only had 7 hours left. Holy fuck. 17 hours of playtime had gone up in smoke, and I now had to make every game count. But there was a big problem. I took a quick break after my 6th win in a row to gather myself a bit, as it was now almost 8 o'clock in the morning on the next day. Surprisingly, I wasn't feeling that tired yet and wanted to capitalize on what little energy I had left in the tank right away. So I quickly ate some food, but avoided caffeine because I still had the jitters, and hopped into another game. However, this game was a little bit odd. The enemy team had a Fizz bot lane who was absolutely lighting up my ADC in support. Because of that, even after sneaking a Baron, every team fight was an uphill battle, as we just didn't have the firepower to compete. And throughout the rest of the game, I watched as my time and LP started to slip away again. That was not our fault. That was just a weird-ass game. Right back on the horse. It was just such a strange game. Everything about this game was weird. Even though I wasn't feeling discouraged after that loss, just forget about it. Move on to the next one. I was starting to feel drowsy. The effects of this challenge were beginning to take a toll on me, and my mistakes were becoming much more noticeable. I'm starting to get really tired. After an exhausting 3rd loss in a row, my hopes of going on the perfect run to hit platinum were finally beginning to dwindle. Which was only amplified in my next game when my support decided to lock in Alawi. You're gonna lock in Alawi support, man? I do not have the patience for fucking Alawi support.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Now, with 4 losses in a row, the absolute LP roller coaster that had been this challenge continued as I once again demoted back down to Gold 4. At this point, I knew the gig was up. I knew I wasn't getting out of gold. I knew I wasn't going to overcome this immense exhaustion, and I knew I'd have to take a dunk at the end of this challenge. Climbing up 4 ranks in 4 hours just wasn't possible, and I, for a few minutes, wallowed in the reality that I was, in fact, a hard-stuck gold League of Legends player. I don't want to be gold anymore, man. I don't want to be gold. I want to be diamond. So after sitting there for a while, contemplating the life choices that had gotten me to this particular moment, I made a decision. For the last 4 hours, I gave myself a new goal to hit for this challenge. Climb 1 rank. I wanted to end this thing off by being able to say I at least gained a little bit of LP for aging myself probably a decade after sitting in this chair for so damn long. So I queued up again for the millionth time and was not having a good game. I died a ton in the first 20 minutes of this game and had a lot of ground to make up. What am I doing? I'm just dying for no reason. But then, by complete chance, the enemy team just started griefing every single fight. I don't know how or why we got so lucky, but I guess that's just the way gold elo goes sometimes. Bonk. Back in the win column. And thankfully, that luck continued over my next few games.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my!
I got auto-filled in the lobby after and was forced to play Ashe ADC. I'm auto-filled bot. I got my ass completely carried in every fight while I just sat in the back missing my ultimate. I can't hit my Ashe arrows. Oh my god. Then I had a smurfing Graves who dropped a casual 22 kill bomb, securing me another free win. GG. And lastly, I got auto-filled again, but this time mid lane. So I locked in Swain and became an unkillable Demon King against their tanky team, winning the longest team fight I've ever taken part of. Holy fuck. So once again, somehow, with 2 autofilled games and literally 2 brain cells left in my head after all this League of Legends, the roller coaster ride continued. I won 4 straight games, and I'm sure you can all guess as to where I got to this time. Back at the impenetrable wall of this challenge, 1 win away from fucking Gold 2. Except now, I had less than an hour to go. We're actually at the exact same place we started 23 hours ago. The exact number, I'm pretty sure, for LP. Oh my god. Okay, if we win this game, we at least can say that over the 24 hours, we climbed 1 game's worth of LP. I now had 1 chance. 1 chance to say I actually climbed in this 24-hour challenge and ended with a higher rank than what I started with. So I found a match, took a deep breath, and headed into Champion Select. As I waited to make my final pick, I noticed a particular champion that the enemy team had locked in. Ooh, is that Irelia top? Irelia is not a fun matchup for Dr. Mundo, and would make this final game an extremely challenging one. Based on the way their team comp looked later into the draft, I was convinced that Irelia was heading top lane, and I was going to have my work cut out for me. But then, when searching my last 2 brain cells for a solution, those heart-stuck voices from the beginning of the challenge started creeping back in. You don't need to pick Mundo. Come on, have some fun for your last game. You can beat this Irelia up if you just go Garen. Yeah, pick Garen. You love Garen. Garen. I'm going to Garen. In a moment of weakness and sleepiness, I broke my own rule and switched champions for the very last game, only for me to instantly find out I wasn't even facing Irelia anyway. I am facing Urgot, okay. But I couldn't change my mind now, and I had to give this game my all. Would this last-minute change in picks be my secret to success, and finally give me that promotion I've been searching for, or have I once again trapped myself in hard-stuck elo hell for the 24th hour in a row? Well, just like I said at the start of this video, there's only one way to find out. That's right, baby. Give me some fucking Demacia. Ooh, and he flashed. Let's go, solo kill, baby. Come on. Come on now. Hey, got their jungler. This was the most important thing. Got the jungler. Nice. Nice. There you go. There we go, team! There we go, team! Come on, MF. Go. Nice, team. No. No. You can ignite him, but don't ult him. Oh. No. I'm sad. So, yeah. After playing League of Legends solo queue for 24 hours in a row, I ended up losing around 35 LP in Gold 3. And since I only had around 13 minutes left in the challenge after that game, I didn't have enough time to play another. I spent those last few minutes reflecting on my experience, realizing how gross I was after sitting in the same chair for so long, as well as discovering my pristine win percentage at the end of this challenge. Or 17 divided by 34. Are you kidding me? Of course I did. I went exactly fucking 50%. I am a Riot Games wet dream right now. Perfectly balanced, just as the Riot gods would want it. So balanced that I was of course unable to reach my goal of hitting Platinum over these 24 hours, which means there's only one thing left for me to do. Okay, this is final 10 seconds of the 24-hour challenge. Here it comes. After this, I'm heading out to go jump in the water because my ass didn't make it out of gold. And we finished. We're done. All right, you get to go watch me jump in freezing cold water now, so you're welcome. Okay. I'm at the beach. Filming in public's weird. There's my mom. She's watching as I'm about to jump in the water. I'm gonna put my feet in the water for the first time. It's so cold. It is fucking freezing. Oh. Three, two, one. Oh. If you like the video, click on the screen.